everybody a chance to find us. All right, hello everybody. We're 5 minutes early tonight. Next time we do this, I hope to have built a countdown clock so that you can count down and see. But if you're tuning in later, you probably want to go ahead and fast forward the first 5 minutes. Unless you just love the sound of my voice droning on, then stay tuned. Mhm. Tonight's the last night for our Sketch Club trial run. We've been, I believe this is our 7th night in a row. And what we've decided to do is we're going to have our Sketch Club live Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we'll broadcast that both on Facebook through Meyer Studio and perhaps at our Connecting at the Easel uh, class group as well, hoping to figure that out. And over on YouTube on the Meyer Studio page. So you can catch us on both of those places. Every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Facebook at Meyer Studio, Jason, Cindy, and Izzy Meyer, and YouTube, Meyer Studio channel. All right, and basically we're going to do what we've been doing, 20, 25-minute fun artistic workout. Um, but I'm going to shake it up a little bit. Whatever we're doing the quick sketch on will be whatever we're working on in class. So it won't always be heads and figures, right? Sometimes it'll be landscapes, sometimes it will be still lives. And the other thing I'm planning on doing is Sundays will be quick sketch. So between probably 2 minute, between 2 and 5 minute poses. Tuesdays we'll have a little bit longer. Those will be between 5 and 10 minute sketches. And then Thursday nights, we'll probably just have work on a single thing and sketch that. And that way we get everything in. We get a chance to do some quick sketching. We get a chance to develop a little more and a chance to slow down and spend about 20, 25 minutes on a drawing. You looking forward to that, Is? Oh. So Izzy says this will be a nice wind down from her long dance days on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Okay, again, if you're joining us early, we got up and running 5 minutes early just to give everybody a chance to find us. When we're back Sunday night for this, I will try to have a countdown clock up so that we'll have a countdown, I'm guessing about 5 minutes before, maybe 10 minutes, probably 5 minutes before. We'll start a countdown clock so you can get in and get settled. And then at 7 o'clock, we'll get going. Okay, this has been fun. Looks like some people are starting to arrive. So I'd like to once again just to go over what's happening. Was a trial run these last 7 nights, and this is the last night for it. But starting Sunday night, our Sketch Club Live, we're going to do Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursday nights at 7 p.m., and that's Pacific Standard Time. We'll broadcast those on Facebook at Meyer Studio, Jason, Cindy, and Izzy Meyer, and on YouTube at Meyer Studio. We'll do 20 to 25-minute little sketch workouts, and the subject matter is going to change depending on what we're working on in class. So we won't always be doing heads and shoulders and figures. Sometimes we'll be doing still lifes and sometimes landscapes. And the plan right now is Sunday nights will be the quick sketches, 2 to 5 minutes. Tuesday, we'll slow it down a little bit and spend 5 to 10 minutes on the drawings. And then Thursday night, we'll do a single drawing for about 20 or 25 minutes. Okay, so that's what I came up with. Or I should say we came up with. And look, it looks like it's 7 o'clock. You know what that means? Time to sketch. Sketchy time. Where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? Claudia, Shakti, Susan. Hello, ladies. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so we're going to start off with some simple ones, and then we're going to get into some fun ones here at we end. Again, I'm going to try to shoot for about 20 or 25 minutes and see how that goes. So, what is our model doing? What is her head? You know, once in art school, or more than once, the teacher would say, if you cannot figure out what the model's doing, try to put your body in that position, right? And what does that feel like? And then you can feel where the stretches are, where the pinches are, where the tilts are. Okay, so that's something you can do, but her head is leaning that direction and tilting back. Is that right? So that would be the chin. This would be where the chin meets the neck. What's her neck doing? So it's a little bit more of a stretch over here. I've been getting my necks a little bit long. That's a habit I have. That's the other beautiful thing about sketching like we've been doing is you'll start to see the habits you know what? I always make those too long. Or, I'm always making that too short. That kind of stuff comes, start to notice that, then you correct for it. You watch it and you correct for it. What's coming forward? This is coming forward, right? The shoulder. And then that shoulder, we can't really, it kind of disappears, but it's on back there, right? And it's going to wrap around, round and over. That's coming up and over. Got that beautiful wrapping around. There. Okay, back to the big masses. Jason's getting lost already. Jason's getting lost. Follow the guy that's lost. So our light coming that direction. So we're going to get this side of the face shaded underneath the chin. So that's the planes of the head. And since she's leaning back, we're getting a little bit of that too, aren't we? And we've got our cast shadow on the neck. And that'll meet up with a little bit of form shadow over there. And of course the cast shadow, depending on how do we draw the clothing and everything, we'll go over all that as well. Okay, so that's probably enough for that one. Oh my God, this kid just keeps showing up everywhere. Keeps showing up everywhere. Oh, you guys want me to change your model too. You don't even know what I'm talking about. Wait a minute. Oh my goodness. All right. So my pictures didn't match up. So we're gonna draw this guy. We will draw this guy. What's this guy doing? He's leaning his head like that. Is he tilting forward or which way is he tilting is? Can you see under his neck? Can you see him swallow? Or can you check the top of his skull? See if there's any strings coming out. Tilted that way, but you see the top or the bottom of his head? More the top, that's right. So that'll be closed off there, a little bit there. And which side of the head do we see more? We see more of that side. So let's see. Tilted this way. He's gonna come around like that. Something like that. Where's that light coming from? Do you know which side that light's coming from? Yep, it's coming same direction again. All right, and look, what kind of model is this guy? Covering up his neck, covering up his shoulders. We can't see nothing. Come on. Come on. So, but we do know that this shoulder is coming forward and that shoulder's back behind. Yep, and that shoulder's down, that shoulder's up. So I got a little something like that. Let's see, where's his eyes? Did I get his eyes a little high? Let's see, if we're seeing, yeah, because he's looking down, so that means his eyes would be even lower. The nose, the mouth, and then facial hair. Facial hair just to lock in that manliness, huh? Sometimes you gotta lock that stuff in. Right, Is? Yep, okay. Okay, is that making sense? Whoa, Jason, what about your cat? You putting in a beard before you got a cast shadow? Setting a bad example, brother. Setting a bad example. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Something like that. Okay, and we know because the light's coming this way that then wherever this arm or whatever went, it's going to be shadowed there, right? And the chest, as it turns around, might get a little shadow before we run into the arm. This arm would have a little shadow on this side, whatever direction it's going in. And if it's close, it might cast a shadow onto the rib cage. Do you guys remember the sequence? Soft edge, hard edge, soft edge, hard, soft, hard. Because that's how the story goes. What's next? What's next? Hey, there's that cute girl I was talking about. There's that cute girl I was talking about. Yeah, in the good old days, the colors were brighter. All right, let's see. What's happening here? What is happening here? What in the world are you doing? Well, this is back when you were a bit shorter, so we are looking down on you. Over this way, just the top of the head. We're seeing more of this side of the face, right? Because we got to have room for that, for the flower. Masses, Jason, masses. What are you looking at flowers for? Okay, okay, okay. I hear you. I hear you. My inner voice. All right. So that was inappropriately way too soon. So don't act like me, guys. Do the big stuff first. Ooh, so this is tricky. Where's the light coming out here? Mm, yeah, you don't have much, but I do see this seems slightly darker, so let's call that the game, right? Wow, I love the encouraging words. Thanks, sweetie. Brutal. Man, tough crowd. Tough crowd. Whew. All right, so since she's making fun of me, that may change the way I want to draw her. So we don't even see that shoulder back there because in that hand, she's got the knife in her hand behind her back that she's going to stab me with. There we go. And that'll go across. Let's see, we're going this way. All right, and then over like that. Okay, and then that would continue, that shadow would continue like that. Then the shoulders, it's got our backpack. All right, got a little ponytail going over here, pigtail. It's called a braid, Jason. It's called a braid. Okay. All right. I usually let her and mom take care of that stuff, so All right. Well, those were fun, huh? Let's see what else we got in store. Okay, excellent. So we'll slow down just a little bit on this one because it's more complicated. But again, I want you to see what's happening here. What do you see, Izzy? What what's a big no? What's the big shape? She said flowers, and I dinged her. Right? What? No, the simplest geometric shape. Right? Okay, so go from her head. Watch. Go from her head down to the flower, down to the flower on the tables, up to the other side of the pot and the calla lilies, and then back to her head. Can you guys see that? See that big space that all of that can fit in? And why do we want to do that again? Because that's how we control our composition. And if we do that lightly, when we get into good stuff, Izzy gets bored. Let's see. Let's do that just a little more light. Boom. There we go. Let's come down. Fill the space up a little bit more. All the way around. It's almost just a rectangle on its side, isn't it? A little diamond. Let's see, I would think from this, go right, and then, so you see off those big things, and you can start to correct those shapes a little bit more. All right, so that puts her head there. What's her head? We're seeing underneath that head, aren't we? She's way turned over. She's way turned over. That way, there. All right, so all of this is shade. Underneath is shade. Around the neck. This is the pinch on this side with a stretch on this side. Over the up and over the shoulder. Boom, boom. There we go. Shoulders going through. What's that button? Our body's doing that, right? Pinch, stretch before we get to her legs, which this one's coming across. This one's going down. From this side, it's coming over those legs. She's got the calla lily. So right, where is that in relation to there? Again, don't worry about, this is just kind of a workout. And what is it a workout? Of comparing and relating. Now this flower, is it even with her head or is it out in front again? Well, it's just slightly in front. So that helps us keep these things in check and proportion. Then we're going to move back this way. So where's the base of that? Where does that start? About right there with her, right? Somewhere in that ballpark. And then the widest part of that vase, where does that go? Well, the widest part goes to about there, and the widest part of the vase actually goes up to about her chest. So something there is wrong, right? And then those flowers happen right across here. So something like that, right? The idea of seeing it in 3 dimensions. And the other thing that we can do that haven't quite done that might help us is that she is behind all of this with this being in front. So if we want to exaggerate that, how do we do that? Well, we can make this flower bigger to come forward, right? That's not quite so much. And then this vase can make a little bit bigger, right? To make sure those flowers go there. And then her head is relatively small. And then this flower that she's holding, make sure that it's, noticeably smaller than these or those flowers. Then what that will do is it'll say, this is close. Then we're going back in space to these. And that's so far back there, we can barely hear them anymore. Size. Simple, yo, simple. Okay. What's next, huh? What is next? Okay, here we go. Another one. Yep. So let's spend about 5 minutes on this one and see what we have. Again, we want to look at the big design. And let's just concentrate on the flowers, the book, and the model. Okay. So the flowers to the book go down like that. Then we come back up to her head, which is not too far. Her arm actually goes out like that, and then back down to that book. See how that? So we want to try to, what's a big, simple shape where we can encompass the whole scene? Because then we can blow that scene up very simply, without 7 hours of work, right? Or we can shrink it down. Either way. Either way. Okay, so what do we got here? What do we got? All right, leaning this way. So for those of you that didn't catch the very beginning, this is the last night of our trial, but we're going to keep our sketch club live going, but we're going to go to Sunday, Tuesdays, and Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, the time we have been doing it. See under her, a little bit right there. Come around. And we'll be broadcasting on Meyer Studio on Facebook, as well as the Meyer Studio on YouTube. And if we can, I'm not sure if we can or not, but if we can get a watch party going and connecting at the easel, we'll broadcast it in our little just group too. So if you guys are more comfortable being in there, so you can chat back and forth and stuff. Either way. Yep. You lost your modeling rights when you were born to an artist. I know, tough life, tough life. Think of it as your contribution to the world, to the world. I was gonna say family, but it's an extended family. Were you trying really hard on not be famous before you were like 17 or something, or what? Am I blowing your plans? Oh, you just don't want your baby photos all over the internet. I can get that. I understand that. Well, I don't because I was born way before Facebook. I was full grown before Facebook. So luckily, there's not much photographic evidence. Well, if you get shared, your photo gets shared, that just means you're going to have that much more love. That much more love. All right, what are you doing, Jason? You're getting down to individual flowers. You're setting a really bad example. I know, I know. What's that? But you got to work from big to small. See, that's why you're not the teacher. You're encouraging these bad habits. No, 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 no. You probably even talk in class, so. She said, We heard that Shakti loves her nail polish, and she said thank you. She got all nice and sweet, different than how she interacts with me. I love your nail polish too. I didn't get the same reaction. All right, here we go. And then over, let's see. So those flowers are back on the table. And see, while you're working, this is some of the things you figure out is how far up does that need to be? And I already feel like this space here is too big. So we can move the flowers closer, or we could just paint a painting right there on the wall and take care of that space, right? You got the frame. Got the frame. Is this a landscape or still life? It's a landscape. What are we going to do? We're going to do mountains back here. What? Izzy wants me to do a particular painting back here. She thinks I'm much more skilled than I actually am. Well, at least on quick sketch, I don't have much time. And there's her nails for Claudia. Fingernails. All right. And then maybe this is a dark frame. Okay, we're going to be winding up pretty soon because we about hit our mission. And then guess what? These flowers, do they have shadows? Where do you think those they're on the same side. Oh, on the same side. Can't get away from those shadows. It shows how these things are turned in space. That'd be leaves and stuff, of course. She said thank you, Claudia. She said thank you. You did say that. They can't hear what you're saying, so I'm trying to pass it on. Yes. Nobody hears anything that you say. Even then, hardly works. So, all right. I hope you guys had fun. Again, this is the last night of our 7 nights in a row. We were real happy with how this turned out. So, what we are going to do is we're going to do Sketch Club Live Sunday nights, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We'll broadcast through Facebook on Meyer Studio, Jason, Cindy, and Izzy Meyer, and on YouTube at Meyer Studio. It'll be 20 or 25 minutes of sketching. We will not always do figures and portraits. We will be doing still life and landscape as well, depending on what we're working on in class. And the initial plan, I think Sundays will be the quick sketch between 2 to 5 minutes. Tuesday we'll slow down and do some 5 to 10 minute sketches. And on Thursdays we'll do 20 to 25 minute sketches. Okay? So if you think that's a good idea, if you think it's a bad idea, let us know. If you like my hair, hate my wardrobe, whatever you got, let us know. Sit back down. All right, we'll see you. I'll be back. Cindy and I'll be back tomorrow morning on the Meyer Studio talking about Will. I did a little color mixing and a quick sketch today in Paint, and we'll be going over that tomorrow morning at 9 on the Facebook Meyer Studio, and we'll broadcast it on YouTube. Okay, so I hope to see you all there. All there. Sunday night, Sketch Club again, and then Monday morning, our new session starts. All right, thank you guys. I miss your pretty faces, so I look forward to Zoom again on Monday. Bye, everybody.